Hey everybody, welcome back to Come On Big Fish with Derek Connerly. Tonight we are going to be making poke bowls with some fresh yellowfin tuna. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and prep our rice, or we can have that done ahead of time. And you want to use cool rice, so you get this done before you start doing everything else. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 cups of long grain rice, or whatever you want. It's not really that big of a deal. Dump them in the pot. Then I'm going to put 4 cups of water on top of it and get that boiling and ready to rock and roll. After we do that, we're going to cut up our tuna and get that marinating in the ponzu sauce. And I'm going to show you how to make ponzu sauce. It's real simple. All it is soy sauce and lime juice. You gotta get the right mixture to taste and let it soak in that. It kind of cooks it a little bit similar to like a ceviche, but you still get that good raw cold tuna. Anyway, we'll get to that in just a second. I'm going to get the rice watered up and ready to boil, and we'll be right back. Alright, got our tuna over here thawing out. I'm going to take these limes and roll them, get them nice and ready to go. Move that knife before I cut my damn hand off. And what we're going to do, we're going to slice them, and I'm going to juice them into a bowl. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before, but this is a lime or citrus juicer. It works really good. You cut it in half, cut your lime in half, put it in there, squeeze it down, you get the majority of the juice, and it saves your hands too. So anyway, I'm going to show you one, and then I'm going to cut back to the next step, because I know you guys don't want to sit here and watch me squeeze out 4 damn lemons. Anyway, you see how it fits in there? And squeeze it down, and the juice comes a calling. Sometimes you gotta give it a little bit of a break, then squeeze it again. And what I like to do is save these to the side, because once I get them all squished down, I'll put them on top of each other and get a little extra juice out of it. You can never have too much lime juice when it comes to raw fish dishes. It helps to kill the bacteria, and partially cook the fish, and gives it that great flavor. I mean, who doesn't like a little tropical lime flavor on their fish? So anyway, you get the gist of that. Once I get them all wrapped up, I'll come right back and we'll start adding the soy sauce and get it up, and then we will slice up the tuna into bite-sized pieces, drop it in there, and let it marinate for a few hours while the rice cooks and while it cools. Because again, you want to use cold rice for this, not hot rice, because hot rice will actually partially cook the fish and it just kind of throws off the flavor and everything. So anyway, we'll be back in just a second while after I get these limes juiced and be ready to rock and roll. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys what I was talking about stacking these limes on top of each other after I've already juiced them. I'm going to show you how much more juice you can get out of them. So there's 2 of them that have already been squeezed down. You can tell we've got plenty of juice in here, but I'm just going to show you how this works anyway. See how much more juice you're getting out of there? Alright, so that's enough lime juice for now. So now I'm going to mix in the soy sauce. And you can use any kind of soy sauce. It doesn't have to be the fancy stuff. I mean, you're just basically just going to marinate the fish in this. So it doesn't have to be spectacular. Now I'm going to keep adding soy sauce until it gets the right color and consistency. You can add more or less. You can use less lemon juice. You can add oranges. Anything you really want to do. It's all based on what tastes good to you, because you're going to be the one eating it. I'm going to make it the way that I like it, and you guys can go from there. Alright, so we ended up using just a little over half a bottle of soy sauce. Now we're going to set that to the side. Our tuna is still thawing, so we're going to let that thaw a little bit more. I do like to cut it up when it's partially frozen because it makes it a lot easier. It doesn't get mushed down, and you can get to the right, you know, exact size of the bite-sized pieces that you want to, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I'm going to get out a onion here in just a second, slice that up for you into kind of some small slivers, and let that marinate in there with the fish also. I'll put that in there first so we can marinate a little bit longer. So I'll be right back with that. You guys stick around. Okay, we've got our onion here. I'm going to show you how to slice it into little slivers. Doesn't have to be real thick. Matter of fact, the thinner the better, because it's going to absorb the lemon juice and the soy sauce, and it's going to add a really good flavor to it. You don't have to do much. A little bit goes a long way. It depends on, you know, if you like onions, of course, you know, use a bunch of onions. If you don't, leave it out if you want. My sweetheart ain't real big on raw onions or onions that actually been marinated, so I'm not going to do a whole heck of a lot. So that's maybe not even a quarter of an onion right there. So I want to add that into the soy sauce, and ponzu rather, mixture. I'll let that be soaking in there, and it's going to give a little bit more flavor to the tuna. And like I said, if you like onions, go overboard. If you don't, hey, leave them out. I like them. I've also got some fresh grown jalapenos that came from my garden outside. I'm going to slice up a few of those and add them in there as well for a little bit of extra flavor. Cut the tops off of them, get them out of the way. And our rice has come to a boil, so we're going to let that cook for a little while, and once it starts getting ready, we'll slow it down and get it out and put it in the refrigerator and let it cool off. So you see how I'm slicing these? I'm getting the seeds and everything out of them, so you get the flavor instead of all the heat. Now, of course, if you want the heat, leave the seeds and everything in. Membrane, because that's usually where all the heat comes from. You can add bell pepper if you don't want to use jalapenos. It's just, I mean, the possibilities are endless with this dish. It really is. I mean, you can put sweet stuff in it, you can put spicy stuff in it, you can put salty stuff in it, anything. Just whatever your palate desires. These bad boys done, and I'll be back to slice the tuna here in just a second.